Namaste. My name is Kirti, and on behalf of Himalayan Yoga Association, I welcome you all to this online teacher training course. I am a teacher here at Himalayan Yoga Association, and I will be taking you through the concepts and details of the human body and yoga altogether. Let's hope you enjoy this course. Let's start.
Namaste and welcome back to the online yoga teacher training course. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to Karma Yoga, which is another school of yoga, the different types, the relevance and the importance of practicing Karma Yoga. But before we go ahead and do that, I need you to come and sit with me, chant the Gayatri Mantra together as we always do. Simply activate Chin Mudra by joining your index finger with your thumb, or you can also adopt any other mudra, whichever you prefer. Rest them on your knees. The main importance while sitting in attention while doing yoga is to maintain a straight spine so that the energy can flow upwards from the root and upward towards the head. So maintain a straight spine, activate any mudra of your choice and close your eyes. Allow yourself to immerse in the breath as it moves in and out of your body. Simply breathe in and breathe out. And if your thoughts are overpowering you, then you can always remind yourself to inhale and exhale so that you do not get distracted by these random fluctuations of the mind. Allow yourself to feel the effect of these yogic activities that we do every day. After having a few breaths inwards, if you feel that you've gathered your awareness and attention in everyday life, now I request you to slowly bring your hands in front of your chest in Namaskara Sthiti. Touch the heart center with the back of your thumbs. Keep the spine active. Eyes closed. Breathe in once. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Having absorbed the vibration and effect of the mantra, let's create some energy between our hands by rubbing our palms against each other. Keep your eyes closed, do not expose them to light still. And you can place your palms on your eyes so that you can absorb them straight away through your eyes. Then you can massage your face, transfer this energy to your face. And afterwards you can transfer this energy to wherever you wish to transfer it, to any other body part. Before you open your eyes, once again fold your palms, bow down to your fingertips with a few blinks. Gently open your eyes and welcome back. So, Karma Yoga, if all of us teachers are supposed to be well trained in the art of asanas and pranayam and meditation, why do we need to know, why do we even need to understand Karma Yoga in the first place? Understand this, yoga is everything and everywhere. The yoga that you perform on the mat, namely asanas, pranayam or meditation, is limited to the mat itself. Real yoga starts outside of the mat. Real yoga begins outside, which means it is a state of mind, which means that you have to carry forward the legacy, the principles and the lessons of yoga in your everyday life. And you cannot stay on the mat throughout your life. Always remember, not just asanas, not just pranayam, not just meditation. For instance, if we talk about little children, if we talk about extremely old people who are still alive and calm, who cannot really move like we can with our physical bodies, they can still perform yoga with the help of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the most basic, the simplest kind of yoga that you can perform, while at the same time, Karma Yoga is the strongest kind of yoga that you can perform in everyday life. If we go about Bhagavad Gita, which is also the sacred book of Hinduism, therein a verse is mentioned specifically about karma. That verse is Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. If you translate it in English, it becomes perfection in action is yoga. What it means is to be able to deliver with utmost productivity without really having to expect anything in return will bring in perfection in action, which will work on your conscious and your subconscious mind if it becomes a habit. And like you all know, human beings or any other animal are basically creatures of habit. The entire universe is based upon habits that are imposed upon it with the help of routine, discipline that we follow. And Karma Yoga believes in the principle of action. Think about this on a different perspective. I'll give you another perspective. Someone who is expecting someone in your work life, let's take the example of motherhood itself and fatherhood as well. A father is meant to go out and work in offices so that he can make a living and provide bread and butter for his family, his wife, his children, his parents, whoever there is in his family. A mother, on the other hand, stays at home and keeps the house clean. She cooks for the family. She practically raises their children. And she does that throughout her life, right after her marriage, as soon as she has kids, or even after her marriage. That's when she becomes a mother. Now, a father will perform his action outside of home. His duties are based upon the salary that he is receiving. If at all he is not satisfied with the remunerations, with the salary that he is making because of his work, it will reflect upon in his behavior. It will reflect upon the action that he is performing at work. That person will be demotivated, will be depressed, will be dissatisfied, most importantly. On the other hand, a mother who is doing all of these activities about raising her children does not bear her any fruit at all. It does not give her any salary, it does not give her any ornaments, no vacations, nothing as such. There is no extra perks to being a mother except for being a mother itself is the greatest reward. And in those lines, if there is a dissatisfaction about being a mother, then it will reflect upon the behavior of the children, because the children, they absorb the behavior of their parents. What they see is what they become. If at all, the examples that these mothers are portraying in front of them is not a positive one, then it will automatically reflect upon coming up with or the upbringing of evil children, so to say. What I'm trying to say is, any action can be either very fruitful or not fruitful at all. But as human beings, as a yogi, it is our duty to perform every action with 110% dedication and devotion, without really having, or irrespective of what kind of fruit, what kind of result is that action going to bring to us. We can also say that Karma Yoga helps us stay balanced in the everyday hustles of life. By doing Karma Yoga again and again, every day, back to back, we are able to train our minds and we are able to remove the evil or the negative sectors of the mind like ego, jealousy, hatred, anger. Anytime laziness is also an evil effect of the mind itself, and transform them or replace them with feelings of compassion, joy, satisfaction, happiness, and productivity. There are so many relevance, so many importance of Karma Yoga in itself. Karma Yoga works on the mind. As you all know, yoga has been created to take control of the mind. In our everyday lives, we portray ourselves as something else, while in the mind, we are thinking about something else. So many times we do not show ourselves, our true selves, what we are thinking about, and it never reflects upon in our actions because this dual consciousness, the duality in our state of mind is helping us stay alive. At the same time, what we do not realize is that on a subconscious level, this dual state of mind is also tampering with the positivity, with the happiness of the brain, of the mind itself. If you are performing every action with utmost dedication and productivity without expecting any returns, then naturally this dual state of mind will be eradicated, and what will remain is the one perfect state of mind, which is happiness, joy, and compassion, and it will reflect inwards and outwards in your interactions as well as your perceptions. Karma Yoga is the most important activity, the most yogic thing you can do without really having to move a single muscle if need be. Now, according to the yogic philosophy, there are basically two types of karmas. One is intention based, and the other one is based upon the timeline, the time that we've spent doing activities in our life. The intention based is further bifurcated into two categories: sakama karma and nishkama karma. Now, sakama karma is basically that type of karma which invokes a feeling of mine, yours, belongs to me, is an effect of sakama karma. It bulbs, it nurtures the ego of the mind. It nurtures the ego, and because of this ego, there could also be a sense of possessiveness. Because of if you perform sakama karma in everyday life, you're meant to remain possessive. You will work only to achieve things. You will not do work to achieve perfection. You will work to accomplish things. If there are no accomplishments, then you will not be satisfied. And please always remember that success is determined by others, but satisfaction is a personal state of mind. Even if you do something which may not bear you any fruits, but you gave your 100%, will remain the most yogic act because it will satisfy you knowing that you gave your best to that activity. Sakama karma, which awakens the feeling of ego, which nurtures the feeling of hatred, jealousy, possession, is a very non-yogic type of karma, and it does not help in your yogic journey at all. The other type of karma, which is the exact opposite of sakama karma, is called as nishkama karma. Now, the nishkama karma is the type of karma that we are speaking about right now. The nishkama karma talks about 100% productivity without really expecting anything in return. It is the selfless kind of act that you can do in everyday world, in everyday life, with everyone else outside of these physical bodies. Nishkama karma not just works on the physical body, not just involves the physical body, it also involves the state of mind. That dual sense, the dual state of mind is very prominent in case of sakama karma, while the single conscious, which becomes the higher conscious after constant practice and regularity, is all about nishkama karma. Yoga is all about nishkama karma. The other type of karma that we have is timeline based, or it is also the generic understanding of what karma is. That generic the statement that you reap what you sow, you receive what you give, is more or less based upon the principles of the timeline. The three types of karmas based on timeline are sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, and agami karma. Now, sanchita karma is the karma that you have already performed in the past, but it still affects your present. For instance, if somebody, if there is an example of a bad parenthood, then that means that when a newly born child was born, he, from the time of his birth until his adulthood, has experienced bad parenthood from his or her parents. And while that may not have really borne any results at that particular state of timeline, when the kid was growing or when the child was growing up, but at the same time, eventually realizing this when the adult, when the child who became an adult comes into control, he remembers the bad parenthood that he received from his parents, and it will reflect in his behavior afterwards. Prarabdha karma is the present moment, is the karma that you do here and now. Whatever karma you're doing is going to reflect in your actions in the future. While Sanchita karma can tell you a lot about what kind of a past the person has had. Usually we come across people who say that that person has had a very rough past in the end. That is why he is a certain way, whatever way he is an example of Sanchita karma. It's all about the past. You cannot change it. But what you can change is the prarabdha karma that you perform, which is the present moment. Prarabdha karma is obviously a result of the past karma that you perform, and prarabdha karma is also going to create the future that you're going to live. If you're able to take control of the prarabdha karma, then you may not be able to change your past, but you can definitely design your future because it will directly affect your future. On those lines, the futuristic karma that you're going to create in the future is called as agami karma. Even though you have no understanding of what the future is going to be like, even though you have no understanding of what the future is going to create for you, but on a subconscious level, by maintaining nishkama during prarabdha karma, you can definitely guide the future in a certain direction, even though you may not be able to pinpoint it and create it as per your wishes, but you can still create the diversion as how you want it to be. Now, agami karma and sanchita karma are something that you cannot control. In fact, these are some things that nothing even in yoga can do anything about it. These are just principles of human existence, of soul, and the understanding of these karmas will decide the liberation that you seek of your mind, of your body and your soul. But what you can control is the prarabdha karma, the present moment, and how you react, how you perceive things, how your mind is thinking, and how you're performing actions. If there is oneness, equanimity in your mind and your interactions, then that means you're doing the perfect karma yoga. Granted, it is done in a very yogic manner, in a very positive way. Now, why should we practice karma yoga in the first place? What is the relevance of karma yoga? Well, the very first reason is karma yoga keeps you active, keeps you mobile. By not really thinking about any results and just giving your 100% in any activity, karma yoga will help you stay alive, it will help you stay active, it will remove laziness from your everyday lives. Karma yoga will help you remove the dual consciousness or the multiple consciousness that we usually have. Like I said, we think something, we express something, we do something else, we hear something else. With the help of karma yoga, with the selfless activity, the selfless principle of karma yoga, you will be able to think the same thing you're interacting and doing and saying at the same time. This single state of mind will reflect in every conscious that you live with, that you walk with. This will further help you in purifying your karma. This will further help you in easing the burden on the mind, on the chitta, on the brain, which will help you purify the mind, and it will also help you liberate your future, your soul, your karma as such. Practicing karma yoga is the greatest thing that you can do, not just for your own self, but also for the help of the surroundings that you are in. Once you develop a habit of performing karma yoga, you will be able to create a vision in your mind or in your subconscious through which you will be able to see both friends and enemies in the same light. The negativity will completely move out of your way. Only positivity will be absorbed and expressed through this physical body and through this conscious mind. With the help of these activities, namely in the name of Karma Yoga, you will be able to completely free yourself from the goal. And at the same time, if you're very good at asanas, if you're very good at pranayam, if you're very good at meditation, but you do not practice Karma Yoga, that means you are still selfish somewhere deep within. That means you still nurture the negative effects of your mind and you're very happy with it, and you may not be able to liberate yourself from this whole circle of rebirths. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I will come again next time. Until then, thank you and namaste.